Greetings viewers, this is my time to come back to another video. Today we're going to continue on with a review for the high-end master model Zoids Geno Breaker repackaged version. In this video I will go over all the parts that goes with this kit right before the third installment of this review, where I will assemble the kit of course and give my final thoughts. So with that being said, let's get started. Let's start with the body. Now this is very similar to the Genosaur of course. Actually, it's a part for part. Of course, the only difference are the colors, but this entire body is just like the Genosaur. You can check that video out in my channel. Yeah, it's exactly the same. All the parts, everything, just different color. So there's not much difference on this. The one thing I do want to add is I did do some custom paint. I did paint over here. All these were just white. I just didn't really like it, so I just paint over. I use gunmetal paint, and I think it actually does a lot better. All down here, I also did some panel lining as well. I use brown instead of black. I normally use black, but I think brown would be a little bit better. So actually, I think it worked out pretty well, I might add. But yeah, this is pretty sleek actually. I wasn't so sure if I was going to review the tail and the body separately, but I think this is just fine as it is. So with that being said, just like the Genosaur, this piece right here can actually come out. This is the pilot. You can see his feet dangling out. And if I can pull that out, and there's the Zoid core. And I can just push that back in. And usually there is a... There we go. The feet were in the way. But anyway, so yeah, pretty nice snake-like design, at least for now. But very good. So with that being said, articulation as of right now, you can move the neck just a little bit, like so. There's actually some I guess rope-like cables right here. I don't know if you can see it. One day on each side. Slide movement in the body. The tail can actually pivot on both sides. You can do the same on each point here. And of course it also can go up and down like so on each one of these points. Aside from that, whenever it gets ready for his charged particle cannon, which is his main weapon, which I would do during the third installment of this review. But for the body, these two will be moved up. The tail will be straightened, and these pieces will actually extend like so. And this one is kind of not cooperating. There we go, and one more. So, just like that. And that's it for the body. And next up are the legs, and just like the Genosaur, everything is exactly the same except for the colors. And of course, the main difference is this gun that's attached to the thigh. Other than that, again, pretty identical. I will add that I also did some custom paint. I decided to paint the whole bottom gunmetal. I think it actually looks pretty well. The one thing I will add is, in case any of you who is watching and have painted over kits before, or even regular figurines, just be careful, especially for model kits. When you put the pieces back together, that paint does add a layer to it. Now, if you're really careful, maybe the layer won't be that bad. You can still snap the pieces together, but just be careful, because I did have an issue putting some pieces here together. So we'll just watch out for that layer. Some paint are better than others. Normally, this brand that I use is usually good on most parts. As a matter of fact, I painted here as well. So this is silver, this is gunmetal. But I feel like the gunmetal, for some reason, just seems thicker. The paint seems thicker, I think, due to the color ingredients they used for that metallic coating for gunmetal. Whereas this one, this is just silver. It actually looks pretty nice. It looks pretty sleek. The paint doesn't seem too thick on that. So just be careful. But right here and here and the toes were all white. This piece where my finger's at was red. So I should have just kept it red, but I think it looks a little bit better, and I still agree that it does look better with everything painted like so. Now this right here is basically an anchor. That way it can handle the kickback whenever it fires its charged particle cannon. For those of you who've seen Zoids Chaos Century or Guardian Force, or Zoids New Century, there are many Tyrannosaurus like Zoids Geno Breaker, Berserk Fury that has these, and that just helps the Zoid secure itself. That way it doesn't receive much recoil whenever it fires his weapon. But other than that, pretty nice. I did add some paint lining here to the knee. But yeah, it's pretty nice. I will say that the red on his kit actually looks pretty nice. Not too bad. I think the purple, like on the Genosaur, looked a little bit better. I think the contrast is better, my personal opinion, but red isn't bad. So for articulation, it can move at the knee, like so. It can move this is my one nitpick on this kit. I prefer if the joint is on the ankle, not on basically the front of the foot. To me, that just looks kind of weird, personally. And I wish they fixed this. The Genosaur had this issue as well. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but it is what it is. The toes can individually move. And like I said, this can go down as an anchor. This can flip up for jets, or really just thrusters, that is on his shins. And the gun here can move. And the one thing about the gun, these can easily slip off. And I was thinking about even gluing these on, but the gun does need to move a little bit. So I don't know if I actually want to put rubber cement there. But to show more on this, there's actually a few colors here, some black and some gray. So the gun can move like so, and this can actually pop off. There we go. To show some missile pods. Yeah, that's it for the legs. And the arms, next to bat, pretty sleek, pretty nice, just like the Genosaur. Very nice, very sleek, like I mentioned. Not much else to say for this one. I will add, just be careful, these are a little bit sharp. So just be very careful. This one too. This one is, well, yep, that's sharp too. So just be careful not to pinch yourself. I also did some paint on this too. Here, and here. That's all gunmetal. All of them used to be white. I think this looks a lot better personally. Well, yeah, not much else to say to this. Articulation, rotation here on the elbow. This can go up and down. The wrist can move up and down, left and right. The claws, of course, can move. Again, just be careful. And one little thing that this has, just like the Genosaur, is that you can take the hand out, take this piece out, if you can. A little stuck in there. Get this piece out. That was really stuck in there. And this kit comes with these extensions. Now, in the show or in the Zoids, the Genosaur's hands can actually can extend. So you can attach that piece and attach the claws like so. And that way the hands can also almost act like a grappling hook to bring in opponents towards them. So the point is for these to extend out and retract them back towards the Geno Breaker. But pretty nice. Oh, and I also painted this along with this piece silver. Next up is the head, and I really like the way how the Geno Breaker's head looks. To me, it just looks like a punk rock aesthetic, if you think about it. Removed it during the Genosaur evolution to Geno Breaker. The gun that was mounted on his head got removed, and now it has a single blade, which can extend forward like so. Which is actually pretty nice. I do like the blade. It's a nice little touch. But I wouldn't say it's not that bad. Well, that's pretty nice. The mouth can move like so. And for articulation, and there's the gun for the charged particle cannon. So nice little detail there. And for this kit, I did some. I also painted the gun here, this part on his head crest, this little piece in the back. I painted all that gunmetal, and the right here where the eyes are, that silver is actually originally a light purple. I painted that, the blade, and the teeth all silver. And the teeth surprisingly isn't as sharp as the claws. So, actually the top teeth are a little bit, the bottom teeth doesn't seem too bad. And this flap can open, that way it would be better range of motion once it's attached to the body. Yeah. And last but certainly not least is the thruster and X-Breaker pack. This is, of course, the biggest change from the Genosaur to Geno Breaker. The mountain guns that was on his back got evolved into this little combination of the X-Breakers and thrusters. So thrusters help the Genosaur move faster for some aerial moves as well. And there's, of course, just stronger weapons. Think about the claws, but a much bigger scale. But this is actually pretty nice. I like the way how these turn out. I did do some paneling on both X-Breaker claws, and I also painted the claws silver and the thrusters here in the front gunmetal. But yeah, I really do like the way how this looks. It does look menacing to a point. I can understand why. Just the sheer size of this just seems pretty intimidating from a certain point of view, but I really do like the way that this looks. So for articulation, all the thrusters can individually move. It's on the bottom, not too much, but the middle one and the top one can move. Yeah, that one. Let me have a better look here. There you go. So these can move like so. The X breakers can extend out. Like so. I think these can slide forward. These can also rotate. Like so. And these can extend, move around, like so. That's it for the backpack. Thank you all for watching. I've been looking forward to finally assemble this kit, and of course giving my full thoughts, full review on this kit for quite some time now. So I'm getting excited that it's almost complete. There's one more video where I give my final thoughts and determine if this is a kit worth getting. So stay tuned for that. So that being said, be sure to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell for more video updates. There are two videos here for you to pick from. The most recent is the unboxing of the Geno Breaker, and one that YouTube picked out. There's some, my socials are down below, Instagram and Reddit. And with that, until next time, keep on building.